Hey, this is Gavin Palmer with Here We're Looking for Group. I went through the PVK Q&A from yesterday, January 6, 2023, left comments, and while doing it, I created about an hour-long video, which I will release to my Discord server if anyone asks for it, like in the near future. Um, you would have to join my Discord server to see that. It would be unlisted. Um, and my perception, what occurred to me is that there's the PVK Q&A seems like a lot of stroking activities, and I've heard Paul talk about going to church and there being stroking. And what I hear about stroking is that it's pleasurable. And so, yeah, there are people who are, stroking themselves, pleasuring themselves, when they engage on the internet in the corner. And there are people who are stroking others when they engage in the corner. Um, and sometimes this stroking others can be a little imbalanced, like because people might be stroking those who have higher subscriber counts, so that um, it's a self-serving stroking of others. Um, and then there's also this, yeah. And so, how does that manifest? What does it look like? Often, the stroking of the self looks like, arrogance, um, and kind of dunking on others, as it's put on the internet. I'd say that's like a self-stroking activity, self-pleasuring activity that I see happening. Um, and then it occurs to me, is that what I'm doing now, right? And probably, right? I'm in a way, I'm doing that. Um, what is my aim? Like, why even talk about it? Um, my aim would be that there can be more um, transformation. Um, and to that note, my big question, which seemed to get ignored in yesterday's PVK Q&A while I was in the live chat, was about how to love your neighbor and how to be a loving person. This is where, it'd be nice to talk to PVK and really be able to ask questions about the difficulty in being loving in all these different kinds of situations. Um, are you loving when you're doing the stroking activity? And I think sometimes you are. Sometimes people really need encouragement, and it is good. Um, as a parent, there's incentives, right? And there's punishments. There's carrot and stick, and that the incentives are very useful according to Skinner. So, you know, I'm not against the stroking activities. I'm doing it myself. Um, I'm glad that Paul does the Q&As. There's a stroke. And then I'll counter that with, it would have been nice if my questions about how to love your neighbors, um, like like maybe 5 questions back to back to back would be really nice. So ask a question, get an answer, ask another question, get an answer, and it just all be surrounding this question of how to love, because this is the theme. This is the theme of the Christian religion, the theme of the Jewish religion as well. I tell you, at the heart, or according to the people in this corner, and so it's not obvious how we can be loving, despite what people say. Because when someone gives me an example of how they are being loving, I can pose a question and say, well, here's the consequence and the trade-off of your behavior, that means that you neglected and ignored these other good works that you could have been doing, for example. So that's the challenge for me in general. So it wasn't all stroke. It's also, hopefully this video includes the challenge, and makes people a little uncomfortable as well. So, hope you have a good one. Let me know. Join my Discord. Let me know if you care about the long form stuff. I'm just trying to produce more. I'm trying to have a better density of signal over noise. That's what I'm trying to do. I think there's too much noise for me, and so I don't want to contribute to the noise. So that's where I'm at in life right now, people. Have a good one.